Hey, this is Harold from Giant Loop, and we're here at the AIM Expo, our national motorcycle and power sports industry trade show. And we're here with our friend CR, who we connected with many years ago. CR is a hardcore motorcycle rider, and now he's involved in this new venture that's focused more on the UTV side of things, and he's ripping around the desert here these days in side-by-sides. So why don't you tell us about what you're up to?
So I first met him when I was training for Dakar, and he made a way to hold on the spot trackers for us, right? And so when we started ripping around on the UTV side of things, that's when you came out with your gas bags. And we got reconnected up with the gas bags because they make these 5-gallon gas bags that you can mount up to a UTV any which way. You just need a set of tie downs. You can ratchet it to the back seat. You can ratchet it into the trunk. You know, you can put it under. The way I do it with mine, believe it or not, is I take my jack, I put it down in the bed, then I put the gas bag on top of the jack, then I take the tire and put it on top of the gas bag and ratchet the whole thing into the back of the bed. Because what's nice about it is when you're done with the gas bag, you just pour it all in, fold it up, wrap it up. You can throw it on the floorboards. It doesn't take up any space.
Yeah.
You know, so you basically put it in right after your first 5 gallons are gone out of your tank, and then you're done. And they're super efficient.
Awesome.
They pack in really nice because you can put them just about anywhere. So you don't need to spend the money on a special mount or a special whatever. Sometimes, believe it or not, I'll just put it, if I know we're going out, 5 gallons worth of easy riding, I'll literally just put it on the passenger seat and I have ratcheting 5-point harness, and I just put it in there and tie it down like a person and ratchet it down.
Yeah.
So then when we go to pull it out, I just pull it out of the passenger seat, pour it in a thing, roll it up, throw it on the floorboard, done.
Perfect.
One of the better things I found for UTV, super efficient, easy to fill up, easy to carry. If you don't use it, what else is good is pour it in your wife's car when you're done.
Yeah, there you go.
Just pour it in your wife's car. So we started making roll cages for side-by-side.
This is your roll cage here, yeah?
Yeah, so we actually have a patent on the way we do our roll cages.
And remind me the name of the company?
Higdonion Fabrication.
There we go.
And so what we did is we patented our joint right here so that this comes as an assembly and the front end of the car comes as an assembly to the consumer. And one of the things that we do differently than most is we actually triangulate our cages. So underneath every single one is you'll see a triangle underneath the roof, just like we do for our trophy trucks. I started racing trophy truck spec.
Right.
But what happens is in UTVs, if you look, when you're driving your UTV down the road, right, A-pillars don't crash like this. Okay, A-pillars come in like this and like this. So if you don't have a triangle above your head, all it does is just folds in. So with our cage, if this A-pillar gets hit when you roll over, it's got to pull that A-pillar with you. And it's got to blow out the entire B-pillar. Triangles are very, very strong. Squares are weak.
Yes.
So if you see cages built out of nothing but squares, it's not that strong. It's no stronger than a stock cage. We focus on primarily strength with a secondary focus on shipping ability to the consumer or shipping ability to the dealer for the dealer to install.
And so they can kind of just pick the configuration to match whether it's a 2-seater or a 4-seater?
Yeah, we make both 2-seat and 4-seat cages, right? And they're all primarily built the same way with our patented joint that ties it all together. And our patented joint really above the B-pillar is stronger than typical 1 3/4 095 wall or 2-inch 095 wall tubing, which is pretty much what most guys use. The spec for racing is 095 wall tubing. You could go as high as 120 wall, but I think you're just carrying around extra weight for no reason.
So are you just ripping around the desert in these things, or what are you up to?
Yeah, so we started this company, and I go out and play in the desert whenever I get a chance, and then I went and I bought a Geyser 6100 truck.
Nice.
So we've been doing a little trophy truck spec racing in the last couple months, last year or so.
Oh, cool.
And so, but that's where we got kind of our design cue. For our cages, is we looked at trophy trucks, we looked at real off-road race cars, and we're like, everything's a triangle, right? And the guy who does all our fabrication, Chris, comes from fabricating and making trucks and making race buggies and making that stuff. So it's not like making these things are foreign to us. Right? And so when we looked at our design, and when we looked at what we wanted to build and what we wanted to design, we looked at how guys are using it. They're going up top of the big power hill in Dumont, and rolling that thing down the hill. The stock cage ain't gonna make it but 2 turns. You flip it over twice on a stock cage, your head's gonna hurt. Some of these other cages that are just like I said, just squares like this at the top, second hit, you're done. So our primary focus was on safety. in strength and durability, with an emphasis on being able to get it to the consumer and having it installed.
Well, that sounds
So
fantastic.
I heard you got some new bags coming out to be sold through the distribution channel, so more dealers can get at these bags. Is that right?
Sure. So the new iteration is called the Armadillo Bag, and we're just about to get the first production batch here in a a couple weeks, and then they'll be rolling out through Tucker and WPS, we're really excited because finally we are able to offer a more feature-rich product and build in margin to be able to sell it through all our channels.
Yeah, that's good. I think you'll be successful with those bags. Like I said, I got your first generation stuff.
Yeah.
For going out noodling around and needing to carry an extra 5 gallons, man, I don't see a better solution to it. It's really
thanks so much, man. Yeah,
really the way to do that.
Awesome.
So, all right, cool. Well, it was good catching up with you.
Great catching up with you.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
Go light, go fast, go far, and go ride. 2 wheels,
Absolutely.
4 wheels, it's all good. Thanks, CR.